Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Tassimo BrewBot! No, seriously, I'm going to give you a Tassimo BrewBot. No, really, I am. I'm going to give you one of these. They are extremely cool. Now, I am going to ask for you to leave a comment after this post with your name and email address so that I can email you and ask you for your shipping information. And one of the lucky people who have left a comment by Wednesday evening, we'll say 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, will actually win one of these Tassimo BrewBots. Now, these things are actually seriously cool. All joking aside, I got this about a week ago and I have been using it daily, and it is a wonderful little device. Now, I like coffee, but I am not one of I'm not a barista, and I don't live and breathe coffee, but this little thing has really taken a hold in my family. As a matter of fact, my kids, knowing I was going to be making this video soon, wanted to contribute to it, so they gave me their own little Lego brewbots that they wanted to have the in the video. Now, I think these are pretty cool. And, it's not, that looks rather a lot like the Tassimo BrewBot. Now, if you go out to brewbot.com, you're going to see a video of the BrewBot that changes into a robot and dances around. Now, I can assure you that I have not yet seen this thing turn into a robot and wander around the house. So if that's a concern of yours, you do not need to be worried, but there are still plenty of things on here that make this really cool for the geek in your life and for the coffee lover in your life. Now, obviously, I've got this sitting here right next to my computer desk, right next to my computers, and so for convenience sake, that's wonderful. I can get coffee whenever I like, and everything is modular. It's made so that you can do mugs of different sizes. And in fact, if you look at the back of the containers that the coffee comes in, you can make all sorts of different sizes of coffee. So for example, the morning roast, that's a good full 16 ounce mug there. So you can fill up your travel mugs in the morning and head out, and rather than stopping at some convenience store like Sheetz or a McDonald's and spending your buck and some there, for the same price you can have a really good tasting cup of coffee here with lots of different blends. This is the white little cover, and like I said, everything here is modular. You can take it apart and add a splash of color to your life. How about that? Now, some of the neat things about this involve how it works. So these are what's known as discs. See that little barcode there? That is actually the programmer for the coffee maker. It tells it what is in there, because you can make all sorts of different things with the BrewBot. You can make tea, hot chocolate, which the kids got really excited over, espresso. They have also cappuccino, so that you can have your milk and espresso. So if you're going to make a cappuccino, you make one, you put this in, it has the right programming that says, oh, I need to steam this milk, and then you put in your espresso, and I'll tell you what, this is actually really quite good. It's a Starbucks espresso, and you can't really tell the difference at all because there is no difference. This makes sure that everything is done to the right amount, and probably more accurately than what they would do with the random picked Starbucks employee. So I'm going to put in the Javelia coffee, and there's a little barcode scanner right there. I'm going to stick this in and close it down with a snap. And as you can see, I've got a full container of water back here. And I'm going to hold this back so I can show you that I have two little punctures there that went into the thing. It's going to distribute water around there. Got a nice filter built into it. And as soon as I reach down and plug the BrewBot in, which I should have done before I started broadcasting, but hey, that happened. All right. So the BrewBot is now plugged in. Electricity is required. So I'm going to shut that down. This is the right height for my mug. I'm going to put that in there and press the button. And there it goes. So it's going to heat up the water, dispense it, and I'm going to have a nice cup of, let's see, I chose the signature blend. It's pouring right out in there. There is a little bit of noise to it, but it's not outrageous. It's not going to disturb your cubicle mates. And while that is going, I'm going to show you that the BrewBot comes with 2 complimentary packages of tea discs. So the tea discs, there are all sorts of different manufacturers of them, including the Twinings tea down there. And you can go out to brewbot.com and look at all the different things out there that you can buy, including the hot cocoa. Now that's done, and I've got a good strong cup of coffee. Now let's say that I'm not one who really likes the really strong cups of coffee. I like mine a little bit weaker. Yeah, nobody's perfect. So as soon as this is done, it's going to switch from this automatic setting over to the manual setting. And at that point, I can press and hold this button down for up to an additional 20 seconds. And that's how I get my full 16-ounce cup of coffee if I want to. Now, I kind of like mine strong in reality, so I'm going to leave that go. And there we go. In the descriptions of the coffee maker, they say that you need to wait until these green lights are down before you take it apart. So I'm not going to show you that until after I've gone out and sipped my coffee. Very good. Very, very good. So I have found myself really wanting cups of coffee every day because of this. And really, when you take a look at the comparison of the price that it takes to make a good cup of coffee compared to what you would get. Let's say that you go to Starbucks every day. This coffee maker is a clear winner. So you're going to spend a lot less on your coffee and you're going to save a lot of money every single year. Let's say that you're somebody who instead goes to McDonald's and you pay $1 to $1.79 for your cup of coffee, or for Sheets or wherever else that you might go. These usually run boxes of these with 16 servings usually. Cost about $8.99. Is that right? I believe that's correct. So in the end, you are getting, when I did this, it came out to about $1 a cup. So they must have come in tens as well. But in any case, you're looking about $1, a little less than $1 per cup of coffee. And maybe where I got the 16 was you can get up to 16 fluid ounces. So I think these usually come in about 10, but you can look at the website and verify the exact price. So it's very comparable to what you're going to get at even your cheapest gas stations. So this is a way to get really good coffee at an exceptional price. Now that orange delight I told you about is on, so I'm going to show you some of the things about this. You can open this up. There is the used disc. A little bit warm, not too hot. So additionally, you can have this little cup here that caught any drips that were left over from the process after I pulled my cup out. It's made to catch overflows. And additionally, you can have it out and get the full 16, and you can also set it up a little bit higher, so if you wanted to have a little cup of espresso. Everything in here, as you can see, can be taken apart and easily cleaned, even to the point of you can come up here and pop the nozzle right out, and it can be easily cleaned and put right back in. Although it's easier to align if you have two hands and you're not holding up a webcam. But anyway, there we go. So the other thing that I wanted to show you is back in the back of this. For normal cleaning, you would just run a few little bits of water through it, but there's also what actually has turned out to be my kid's absolute favorite feature. You have the little door back there that has instructions on how to clean the BrewBot. There we go. But what has been really popular is this little disc. As you can see, it's got a scanner on it. And this is how my whole family has been using this, because they have been making hot cocoa and hot tea like mad. This is probably not how it was designed to be made or used, but they have been putting in that little cleaning disc. And what the cleaning disc does is it tells it to go ahead and dispense some water. So I put the cleaning disc in there and I press the button, and it actually goes out and will make the mug of coffee, the mug of hot water for tea, or the way the kids have been using it is they've been using it to make their oatmeal in the mornings. My youngest son came up to me the other day and said, well, it's probably the best testimonial I've seen about this. And he said to me in the kitchen, Dad, because of the BrewBot, I can make my own breakfast now. And he's been making his breakfast of oatmeal every morning, and absolutely loves the thing. He just puts a coffee mug in there and puts the oatmeal in it, and it goes out and dispenses the hot coffee. So that's how it's been affecting our house here. Usually this is much faster. I haven't seen it delay like this. I'm not sure why it's delaying. Usually it comes straight up. But in any case, if you are interested in having one of these and getting a BrewBot in your house, leave a comment below this post, and make sure that you have a valid email address in the post, and we will make a random selection of all the people who have commented